Okay, what you might see is a mess, but what I see is something beautiful. So we have groups, inside of groups, inside of groups. This makes the most sense. Okay, let's hide everything. Let's only look at the lowest tier. Okay, so inside of each of these, you can imagine there's a curve. And these curves are what we call data aligned, right? So this is the first sibling of this group, and its cousin over here is the first sibling of its nuclear family, and its cousin over here is the first sibling of its nuclear family. And each nuclear family is data aligned. They're in a nice straight line, all in a row, based on where 0, 0 is. And then each of the cousins is also data aligned. The time marks all start together. Now, number 2 and number 2 are not going to be data aligned because these things are shoved together as close as possible. So they're, we call this time stacking. So this progresses in the time direction, and then your next one is time stack next to it. So however big you are, time stack your brother next to you, then time stack your next brother next to him. Time stacked, data aligned. And then, what are these other spaces? Those are the spaces to allow for a label to attach to the outside of whatever spacing is necessary. So it kind of draws a fence around the siblings, and then on the upper left-hand corner of that, it adds a group label, and it adds another fence around all that. So you can't see the sibling fence, but you can see the big group fence. You can understand how this guy's aligned here, and this guy is in whatever's the leftmost corner. Now the sizing is pretty wonky. The sizing is based on like, it's supposed to scale effectively, and it's better than nothing. So these numbers could literally be anything, and it would scale to keep up with them. And so it's close, but it could look better. Totally. But I'm pretty happy. This has been 6 months of my life to get it to this point. And then it'll look nicer when we add some padding in between these things, and we fix a few things like this overlap, stuff of that nature. But all told, it's pretty easy to find your data now. And also it has useful data alignment, where if I, so there's another setting where instead of these all being color gradient, they can be distinct colors. So, this one in the back could be pink, and then you could have one here and it's blue, and this one could be yellow. And then if you look at them data aligned, you can very clearly see which one is which. And that is the purpose. Oh, freaking, I knew it would come. I was starting to give up. Oh man, that is exciting. That is exciting.